forward as one. Now the voice of the Quakes, Ted Ramey.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to PayPal Park. Ted Ramey alongside Joe Cannon. Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Intermediate Cloud Communications. For the visiting Minnesota United FC, Dane St. Clair is the keeper. A back line of David Taylor, Brent Coleman, Michael Boxall, and Kamar Lawrence. In the middle, Kevin Arriaga and Will Trapp. And in the pocket is Emmanuel Reynoso, fresh off a new 3-year deal. Up top, Luis Amarilla. On the wings, Fragapane and Mender Garcia. Franco Fragapane, I should say, for the San Jose Earthquakes. JT Marcinkowski in between the sticks. Paul Murray, Nathan Rodriguez, and Tommy Thompson, the back line. 3 holding midfielders and 1 defensive midfielder, ostensibly Nico Chikiris, Jamiro Montero, and Jackson Ewell, likely the most deeply seated. Shea Salinas, in his first start since October 21st of last year, he will be up top. On the right, Christian Espinosa. And up top of the spear, Jeremy Abobasi. And the Earthquakes will be attacking right to left on your radio dial in this home finale. There's the whistle, and we are underway. Nima Sagafi, the head referee for tonight's match, as a ball into the Quakes' defensive third is taken down out of the air by Rodriguez, and then Ewell cleared out onto the right wing, and it's brought down by Espinosa briefly before he got kicked in the shin, and he is a little bit shaken up on the play.
I did not see anything there. It looked like Kamar Lawrence might have just got Christian Espinosa. We'll watch the replay for our radio audience. Espinosa lets it bounce, and it looks like, I don't even see it, maybe Kamar Lawrence got him on his follow-through, but obviously no malintent there. He just was trying to clear the ball. For the Earthquakes, if Jackson Ewell sitting in that deep 6 position, Montero and Shakiris pushed up in the 8 and 10. I think tonight, Adrian Heath looked at it, and last weekend they went to a 4-3-3. They've gone to a 4-2-3-1, much more conservatively, defensively, and I think that's going to help them, help Coleman and Boxall settle in.
And the Quakes with some nice inside-out passing. Nico Chikiris finding Tommy Thompson on the wing. Inside, Espinosa leading Thompson to the outside. A tangle towards the end line. Last touched by Thompson out. Goal kick now to the Loons. Tonight's availability report in collaboration with Stanford Medicine. Oseni Buddha is out. Will Richmond was questionable with a nose injury. He is not on the bench, so he is out as well. Tonight's community update brought to you by Kaiser Permanente, calling all 3rd and 4th grade teachers. We want you to participate in our Get Earthquakes Fit program presented by Kaiser Permanente and the San Jose Earthquakes. This is a 5-week program that teaches students the importance of healthy eating and exercise and to be as fit as the San Jose Earthquake. To learn more, contact GetEQFit at sjearthquakes.com. All goals tonight will be presented by Audi as the ball makes its way out of play on the far touchline. It'll be a throw-in for the Loons. And this will fall to Ewell, who keeps it away from Reynoso. Nico, Ewell, and then back to Nico. 17-year-old making his second consecutive and second ever start after getting his first a week ago in the Classico. As here come the Loons on the attack off a turnover. Reynoso back into the 18, mishandled by the newly signed Colombian designated player Mender Garcia out over the end line. And back to San Jose on a goal kick.
Well, great find from Emmanuel Reynoso. Finds Garcia streaking through, but just doesn't have that touch. I talked to Mark Watson, technical director at Minnesota United, about Garcia before the game, and he says exactly what happened there. Just needs to work on his final ability in the final third, his finishing.
As here's a turnover off the foot of Espinosa, who comes in from behind and helps win it back with a hip check. But the Quakes give it right back. As now the Earthquakes see the Loons in control. Will Trapp gets a touch, puts it out onto the wing. Ball thrown to the top for Garcia, a little bit too far out over his head. It's going to be out of play and back to San Jose on a throw in deep in their own territory.
So many subplots tonight with the Shea Salinas, but he's matched up with DJ Taylor, who's had an excellent year for Minnesota United. Back in the lineup there at right back.
Ball over the top onto the 18, intended for Reynoso. Maria comes in, Quakes want a handball, they don't get it. Reynoso stays on the ball, disrupted by Nico Chikiris, and it's played back to Michael Boxall. He'll bring it out onto the wing. And this is a leading ball for Garcia. He's pulled down by Marie.
Paul Marie will get a warning there. He just stepped in wrong with his front foot, got off balance, and Garcia was off to the races. On the wing, though, so it wasn't as dangerous as it sounds, but sets up a dangerous set piece, and they've got some size, Minnesota. Maria, Garcia, Boxel, Kallman. No shortage of height in that lineup.
And no shortage of ability from Reynoso to be able to put this ball in a dangerous place. 10 goals, 10 assists on the season. Definitely in the talk for MLS MVP as he puts a left-footed chip that falls short. Then Thompson heads it out. Picked up by Jamiro Montero, who's back in the Quakes starting lineup after being away last week. International duty. Quakes clear it into the defensive third, up to Abobasi, who spins to the outside and puts it at the feet of Shea Salinas, who's now playing the right wing. Salinas trying to work his way around Trapp on the outside, gets pushed down, and no call, much to the dismay of Quakes fans. And this will be cleared into the middle third. And now Nico Chakiris trying to field it. He gets bounced off the ball. It's picked up by Amarilla. He leads the charge left of center. And now the Loons look for Garcia again, but this pass is off the mark. Too far off to his left as Marcinkowski ranges over to his right-hand side and picks it up, controlling for San Jose here. 6th minute, no score. Again, Shea Salinas announcing earlier this week that he is retiring at season's end. He's in the starting lineup tonight. This will be his final home game. As Paul Marie gets it on the left wing. And he'll be dispossessed off a carom from behind as Taylor lifts one. Cutting it off is Rodriguez from the top of the Quakes 18. Amarillo is the intended target. Now Yule gets it out to Abobasi. Center circle, Abobasi, left-footed pass, looking long up the left wing for Espinosa. Espinosa marked by Taylor, drifting towards the corner flag and towards the end line. Cuts to his right. Right-footed pass intended for Montero, ricochets to Yule. Advanced to Abobasi, too much heat on that pass, and it's turned back over as now Trapp forces his way up the middle, and it's brought out to the outside. Reynoso now working up the center seam, wanted to lead a man, but it's cut off by Rodriguez. Amarillo had a run, but Rodriguez read the lane well. Now the Quakes coming on the counter as Abobasi was slowed by an untied shoelace. Chakiris brings it to the outside. Montero gives and goes, but Chakiris holds, plays it to his left. Abobasi Marie! Oh, what a save from St. Clair! As Bend It Like Beckham, Paul Marie showed up once again. St. Clair makes a huge save, pushing it over the bar, setting up a corner for San Jose.
Well, great job from St. Clair. This comes off. Chakiris tries to find Abobasi, and it slips through his legs, but it sets up nicely for Paul Marie, who tries to go far post, and Dane St. Clair just puts that right arm, pushes it over.
North end of the stadium to the left of St. Clair. Espinosa is getting set. The liner towards the near end of the 6. It's going to be out. Last touch by San Jose. And it's a goal kick now for the Loons. In these times of uncertainty, there's a promise that we can count on. Together, we will continue to rise to the challenge and find a way forward. Stanford Medicine, made up of Stanford Children's Health, Stanford School of Medicine, and Stanford Healthcare, is working to end this pandemic with vaccines, boosters, and state-of-the-art testing, responding to uncertainty with an unwavering commitment to our community. We are Stanford Medicine. We are here for you. To learn more, visit stanfordmedicine.org. Onto the wing it comes. Arriaga can't stay on it. The Quakes challenge, but it's picked up by Trapp. Arriaga's down. The Honduran, the play is killed.
And referee Sagafi, he finally does go to his book for Jackson Yule. It's a late challenge on Arriaga. This game's just a lively start, though, Ted. Some back and forth. It's a cool night. Nobody's waiting to get settled in. They're going straight for the jugular. It's so important, that first goal. For For Minnesota, they've had some success on the road.
This is the 11th appearance between these two teams. Now here's Reynoso on the attack, feeding on Murillo, and then tries to ricochet off a back heel, and it's going to be controlled on the outside by Espinosa, who he'll give that away, however. And this is controlled again by the Loons, bringing it near side to Taylor. Now Reynoso drifting towards the near touch line, and he'll turn this over as Salinas steps into a passing lane, but we've got Jamiro Montero down, and then Arriaga will see the yellow given right back after he earned one a moment earlier.
Well, Sagaffi setting the tone. He realizes this game is physical, so much on the line for the Loons, and doesn't want it to get out of hand. It's fine as long as it's consistent.
Free kick for San Jose, 10th minute, no score. And this is the final home game of the year for the San Jose Earthquakes. Final home game in the career of Shea Salinas, who announced his impending retirement earlier this week. He will play this game and against Seattle. As we get a whistle.
Well, it's a great way to get a start, isn't it? Just to announce your retirement, I think. Should have done it earlier. Would have had a few more. But it's here for the fans. Shea, a part of that 2012 Supporters Cup team.
Yes.
Supporters Shield, excuse me.
Near giveaway saved by Nathan, who goes to ground twice, getting it to Nico Chakiris and Espinosa. Thompson, right wing. Quakes trying to make something out of near disaster, controlling in the middle third. Montero working to the outside. He's got Espinosa. Espinosa got back to Montero. Montero tangled up, brought down. No foul is called, but then finally a whistle does come in a little late. This will stay with San Jose. 12th minute, no score.
And it seems like the Earthquakes have settled in a little bit here these last couple minutes, finding the ball more, getting Minnesota to go side to side. The Loons seem a bit short-tempered. It's 4-1 they lost last week to Sporting Kansas City. And they should be angry. A performance, really. It was Sporting's night from the beginning. A different setup here, especially with Reynoso. You have to wonder when those kind of results come, how much it weighs on the team.
Quakes off the give and go into Espinosa, tries to cut it back. It'll be blocked on the entry, but Espinosa picks it back up. Yule give and go to Espinosa right at the 6. Chips it back post, headed, and it's going to be blocked. Picked up on the outside. Nathan drops it centrally for Marie, who gives it another ride from distance, and it's watched out to the right of St. Clair. Back on a goal kick now to the Loons. As I was saying, Stanford Medicine is made up of Stanford Children's Health, Stanford School of Medicine, Stanford Healthcare, working to end this pandemic with vaccines, boosters, and state-of-the-art testing, responding to uncertainty with an unwavering commitment to our community. We are Stanford Medicine. We are here for you. To learn more, visit stanfordmedicine.org. And the biggest soccer tournament in the world is taking place November 10th to December 18th. You can watch the USA, Mexico, and 30 more countries compete at the Quakes viewing parties. You can watch every game after 5 a.m. at San Pedro Square with the San Jose Earthquakes.
What tournament was that?
The World Cup? Maybe you've heard of it?
Oh, that one.
I wonder if San Jose will change its liquor laws to allow beer to be served at 5 a.m. as Nathan dances his way out of trouble.
Hey, if we get a World Cup, we're hosting. Maybe the final. Maybe the final. 5 a.m. though.
I know, it is early.
I'm getting old. That used to appeal to me. No chance anymore.
Here's a ball into Abobasi on the top of the 18. Tries to flick it through for Salinas. And then drifting over to the outside is actually there's Salinas to win it back for San Jose. Now another ball in for Montero. And this is going to be knocked out of the 18 by Boxall. And it caroms to Amarilla on the right wing. Amarilla on the attack. Rodriguez over to mark and slow him down. Amarilla cuts to his right. Now to Reynoso. Back into the 18. Brought down. Fragapane dribbling over the top. He loses his footing and goes down. No whistle will be called. Quakes get it out of the danger zone as Rodriguez finds Espinosa and Montero.
Well, I'd have to look at that break again, but I thought... Oh,
here's a long ball up the right wing, Espinosa. And he'll get there, not in time, but it will stay with San Jose as the ball's knocked out to kill the Quakes' attack.
I think Reynoso's had a chance on a couple of breaks for the Loons. Just seems a little off. That's what 3 weeks will do, international break. Accumulation of yellow cards.
Abobasi working to his left. Jabo drops it off to Marie. Now Ewell feeding one in for Montero. Back heels to no one. And it's going to be handled by Kamar Lawrence, who gets it out of the danger zone. But coming to win it back is Ewell for San Jose. He'll give it a ride. And it's going to be too high over the bar and into the stands.
Great work from Jackson Ewell there. Strips Will Trapp. Sets him up on his left foot, and we've seen him make that. He's got a Boomba cannon with both feet. And Dane St. Clair's backing up. Take a fine effort tonight for the Earthquakes. This is end-to-end stuff. I'd be surprised if this is scoreless at halftime, Ted.
Does feel like we've got some goals headed our way, but as it stands in the 16th minute, 0-0. St. Clair comes near side. Salinas gets to it first, and it's taken by Boxall and played back to St. Clair. Now Kallman getting a touch on it. Back to St. Clair again. Taylor. Reynoso and Taylor again at the center line. Short passing. And then a back heel off of Garcia. Taylor, cross into the 18. Bounced around, and Thompson's able to get it out of there to Ewell. And then Nico Jakiris. Nico Jakiris out on the left wing. He's got Salinas. Salinas, a mishandle, lost out of play.
Shea just took his eye off of it. Jakiris' ball could have been a little bit more in front of Salinas as well. But like we talked about, it's been like this all night. Some end-to-end stuff. Minnesota getting close. Earthquakes on the break. Who's going to bend first, Ted?
Well, we've seen some bends. It's the break you don't want. As Taylor gets it right wing, marked by Marie. In from Ender Garcia. The Colombian spins to his right as a nice play from Rodriguez knocks the ball away. Lost out corner now for the Loons in the 17th minute of a scoreless affair here at PayPal Park.
Oh, great work from Rodriguez. Matched up one-on-one with Garcia. And you can tell the natural defending ability of Rodriguez. That's where he's the most comfortable, it seems like, when he's just asked to do his role. Questions about his ability on the ball, trying to play the style that Alex Cavelo wants out of the back. But he only has time to get better with that. And I know Luchi Gonzalez is a big proponent of building out of the back as well.
Service from Reynoso. Low towards the spot. I don't know if that was what he wanted. Maybe he slipped on the service.
He definitely slipped.
And the Loons get it back. Reynoso switching it far side. Brought down on top of the arc. Back to Reynoso with a shot from the left foot that's blocked. The Loons send it back in. Rodriguez clears. Jabo fighting for it with Arriaga, and Arriaga, the Honduran, wins it, getting it to Trapp. And now forward to Reynoso. Over the top into the 18 for Amaria, and Arsenkowski is off his line. Controls with ease. Good anticipation from JT there, Joe.
Well, Earthquakes playing with fire there. Good read from the homegrown goalkeeper, Marcinkowski, but allowing Emmanuel Reynoso with that much time and space in your own defensive third is just a recipe for disaster. The Minnesota Loon designated player seems a bit off tonight with his passes, but once he finds that, Earthquakes really need to establish some type of possession. It seems the Loons are most uncomfortable defending in their own half. Breaking that middle line seems to be the most difficult part with that 4-2-3-1. There's five guys really in the midfield.
Montero trying to fight back the possession of a throw-in that is now anyone's ball in the middle third as it falls off of Ewell, but comes to Reynoso of Minnesota. He'll push it inside from Ender Garcia, and then Will Trapp getting it to Taylor. And Taylor's pass intercepted by Montero. who feeds Espinosa on the right wing, leading him wide of the 18. Espinosa facing Coleman, cuts to his right. Cross, loose inside the 18. Still anyone's ball. Jaquiris' shot deflected out over the end line. Corner San Jose. Jaquiris' eyes got big as dinner plates, Joe.
Well, he had a look at it. It just caroomed off of some loons in an earthquake. Thought it could have been a handball on Coleman there, but just squeaks out. Jaquiris gets on it, but who knows what that shot would have been. Too many loons in the way.
North end of the stadium to the left of St. Clair. Espinosa getting set. 20th minute. 0-0. Espinosa lifting one in. It's knocked out but recovered by Nico, who lifts one back post. Salinas keeps it alive, but no, they're going to blow a whistle on that one before it turned into anything. It is a goal kick now back to the Loons.
Well, good spell there for the Earthquakes. Christian Espinosa on the right side, and there was a glimpse there when I saw Shea Salinas cutting in. Don't know how many headers I've seen Shea win on whip balls in, but love to see an exclamation point on his time here in San Jose.
As this is brought up the left side, Amarillo trying to redirect a pass to the interior, but it's stolen by Yule. And then Abobasi wanted Salinas, but it's taken back by the Loons. Reynoso seems to be on every touch from the middle third as the Quakes win it back now. Abobasi finding Shea. Salinas cutting to his right, putting one towards the spot. Lost his footing as he was trying to serve it in. Quakes win it back middle third. Yule, Montero, and then Yule gives it away as Taylor intercepts a pass. And Mender Garcia picks up a ball on the right wing. Yule slows it down by tapping it to the outside, and Amarilla, but Amarilla stayed on the ball, wanted to lead Mender, and this is taken back by San Jose. Again, back and forth end to end, Joe. And here's a through ball from Montero, leading J-Ball, Espinosa! And the flag is up.
Ooh.
Oh, that's close.
Oh, I thought Coleman kept him on. That's going to go to VAR for sure. But I think he's on. I think this is a goal. They're going to check it. I think for sure Coleman kept him on. You know what? Give these referees credit if I'm wrong, but I thought for sure Jeremy Abobasi timed his run to perfection.
Yeah, I thought everything was perfect on that build-up, Joe.
Nope, but we're wrong.
Well, we're not on the field in our defense.
Yeah, you know our other booth has a better angle, so. But great look from Jamiro Montero. Unfortunate for the Earthquakes.
So off the restarts. The Loons control. Coleman. And a whistle will come in against the Loons. San Jose's free kick here in the 23rd minute of a scoreless game.
Yeah, Maria very disappointed by that call. Frustrated as well. I don't know. Yep,
oh, now Maria gets the yellow.
There we go.
So that's the yellow now for Arriaga and Amarilla.
Yeah. Sagafi's been throwing out the yellows here, I think. The first couple I was fine, but you know, for Amarilla, he just can't kick the ball away like that. You have to be smarter.
So two of the three members of the Loons who have 4 syllables in their last name that are on the pitch have gotten a yellow so far. You got to look for those stats they're not tracking, Joe.
Seriously. Moneyball, Ted. Moneyball.
I'm looking at, the market inefficiencies. So all eyes on Fragapane. Handball called against Jamiro Montero, who did interrupt a pass and temporarily win it, but he was guilty.
I think Sagafi just wants to slow this game down. He's having a hard time out there breathing. It's back-to-back because a couple of these calls, I did see Jamiro Montero's hand there, but you know, what do I know? been a long Saturday for them.
And the Loons are making a long Saturday for themselves as they've had a number of errant balls.
Yeah. If they're more efficient in this final third, it's definitely, you'd think JT Marcinkowski would have a couple more saves or definitely some more goal opportunities.
Tommy Thompson bringing it up the right wing, advancing 10 yards to Christian Espinosa, who looks towards the interior and finds Nico Chakiris as the 17-year-old. Advances to Montero. Montero, Abobasi, Espinosa tripped up, charging towards the end line. Corner for San Jose.
And Christian just needs to unleash that. He allows, with his touch, Kamar Lawrence to come back into the play. And you've got to give the Minnesota Loon left back a lot of credit there. Lawrence always looked at as one of the stronger left backs in the league. Can't allow him to come back there. Some great work from the Earthquakes again.
Plate shirt at the corner service. Montero wanted to force it in for Ewell, but the Loons take it back, and Reynoso leading Mender Garcia. Foot race between him and Paul Marie. Marie gets there first, plays it back to Marcinkowski, who sends it into the center circle. Brought down out of the air, right of the circle in the Quakes half by Nico and Ewell. Up to Montero. Wing Espinosa. Into Nico. Just right of center. Advance to Abobasi. Back to Chakiris. Here's Nico charging into the 18. Cross. Abobasi. Shot. Save. St. Clair. Good buildup from the Quakes.
Well, the Minnesota Loons only have themselves to blame. United is letting Jamiro Montero literally sit in every pocket in front of that defensive four. What I thought was going to help them solidify the defense with the two defensive mids, with Trapp and Arriaga, they're just caught way too high. Coleman and Boxall need to pull them back, and they need to start from there. And they need to have the reference of both Montero and the ball, but once they lose sight of Jamiro Montero, and they're that high up, they really have no chance. It's an easy pass to break those lines for the Earthquakes.
No score, 27th minute. Salinas sending it back into the Quakes' end. Don't let Earthquakes catch you off guard. United Way Bay Area and 211 wants you to be Earthquake ready. Text the word Earthquake to 211-211 to get early Earthquake notifications. Here's Tommy Thompson, Jackson Ewell, and Nico Chakiris. Nico into the 18, left-footed pass from Montero taken away. As the Loons not intent on letting this game quiet down. Reynoso out to Mender Garcia. The Colombian finds Amaria off the right elbow. Arriaga, Reynoso, pushed off the ball from behind by Montero. This will be a foul and a free kick, a dangerous opportunity for Reynoso at that. But I will say, text now for your chance to 211-211 for a chance to win a pair of 2023 Earthquake season tickets. Get prepared, get alert, text Earthquake to 211-211. Brought to you by the San Jose Earthquakes and United Way Bay Area. 28th minutes. Ball, I'm going to say about 8 yards right of center and 11 yards on top of the 18.
Well, if those grass segments are 5 yards, I'm guessing 10 yards. And your 8 seems about right. Maybe 10 that way as well, though. I'm looking at the penalty spot. But he's about 30 yards out.
Reynoso. Left-footed drive, pushed over the bar by Marcinkowski. That was a good look from Reynoso, so now he'll get his opportunity from the corner once again here with 28 minutes gone by, no score.
Yeah, surprised Reynoso tried to score from that distance. JT has to have quick footwork, be alert, but he gets over quite easily, and just his real decision is whether he tries to catch or push the ball over the net, but because of the weather, just pushes it over.
Reynoso back post, punched out by Marcinkowski. This will be another corner, this time from the other side, as Reynoso, the Argentinian, jogs his way over to the other side.
Good job from JT there. You have to dominate your box in those situations. They are putting, it looks like, Fragapani, Garcia, I believe it's Coleman, that are just right in front of him. Nope, it's Michael Boxall.
Service into the 18, loose in front, and it's just wide of the near post. But they're going to say the flag was up.
Well, that was the most dangerous chance we've seen yet. An outswinging corner kick from Reynoso, and it's just not dealt with properly from the Earthquakes.
So, I don't know if Marcinkowski still had the ball rolling when he let that back in play, but they're going to do it over.
I think he didn't like the area where JT played it from. It's an offside call. I don't know. Guess as good as mine, because
and the Quakes give it away, and it's thrown towards the top of their 18. Nathan has to head it back towards JT.
Smart play from Nathan there, just alleviated any type of danger.
Rodriguez wants to go over the top and find the speed of Salinas. Pass is going to stay on the inside, however, and picked up by St. Clair off a bounce. What's your impression of St. Clair, Joe?
Yeah, Dane St. Clair, young goalkeeper. It's had kind of a roller coaster year, really. Started off really hot. You know, one of the top goalkeepers in the league, and then toward the middle of the season started making some uncanny mistakes. You know, mistakes normal, maybe younger goalkeepers could make. And then, you know, played in the All-Star game. Oh, hold on a second, I'll attack you.
And here's a ball into the 18, blocked by Thompson. As the Loons are once again very quickly coming on the attack, Kamar Lawrence.
But after the All-Star game, he got the MVP for the All-Star game. A couple good saves in Minneapolis against Liga MX. And really since then, he's solidified, he's calmed down a bit. But he's had it unsettling. Since Tabasi has left the team, it seems there's still been a little unsettling with the Loons defense. You know, we were talking to their broadcaster this evening and talked about how Michael Boxall's had 12 different pairs of center backs next to him throughout his 5-year tenure. And for Dane St. Clair, what you need is consistency back there.
Service from Reynoso, headed out of the danger zone by Montero. Taylor's going to run back and play it all the way deep into their own end, where it's picked up by St. Clair. Almost thought about using his hands there before he realized he was out of his area.
Oh.
Did you ever get caught on that, Joe?
I'm sure I have. I don't remember if I did. Not too many bloopers, a couple, you know, slip-ups here and there, but luckily the ones with my feet, I played for a coach that just wanted to get rid of it, so definitely not the demands these goalkeepers have to play with their feet.
And here's a ball in for Fragapane. Charged towards the 18. He couldn't stay on it. Quakes get it clear up to the back end of the circle. Salinas gets it to Abobasi. Now Nathan, and he'll lead Espinosa off the right wing, right of the 18. Cross into traffic. Pops up outside of the 18. Montero charged on it, but it was cleared off the volley. And now here come the Loons on the attack once again. Amarilla off the left side of the 18, marked by Rodriguez. Trying to work around his Amarilla, but Rodriguez is a brick wall. Slows him down and pushes him wide. Now it's brought back on top of the 18 to Reynoso, who was marked by Yule. He'll give it a go from distance, but it'll be wide, and it's out and back on a goal kick to San Jose. Every team needs a strong game plan, whether you're on the pitch or preparing for an emergency. And if there's one thing we've learned in the last couple of years, it's that we all need to be prepared. That's why PG&E and the Earthquakes want you to get your team ready by creating an emergency plan for your family so you can be prepared in the event of an earthquake or any other emergency your family may face. To learn more, visit safetyactioncenter.pge.com. Paul Marie, Shea Salinas, left wing, and a miscommunication between Marie and Salinas. And this is given right back to the Loons here in the 34th minute now with 33 gone by. No score.
And it just seems like it's going to be whoever has that final quality in the final third. Just the ability to just have the poise and composure, make the right decisions.
Taylor fighting off Salinas, right-footed cross to the back post. Just a bit out in front of Fragapane, and it's going to be out. San Jose with a throw in deep in their own end here. 34th minute, no score.
And the game has kind of settled in. It's been end to end, but there really hasn't been the breaks that we saw. But excellent work from both teams in terms of their defense on the transition.
Throw in knocked right back out, so San Jose will advance about 6 or 7 yards and throw it in again.
Interesting to see maybe the changes both managers are looking at, what they're going to do to produce that special moment.
Nico out of the circle. Paul Marie forward for Salinas. Salinas in for Marie, but the pass is taken away. And then forced into a turnover, given back to Montero of the Earthquakes. And it's into the 18. Thompson challenges. The intended target was a Bobasi, but he slipped and fell. So now Boxall dribbles it out. It's out to Mender Garcia. Reynoso back on top. Out to Reynoso, right elbow. Immediately cleared by Rodriguez. Trapped to Reynoso. Into Garcia. And his shot is blocked. Back to Reynoso. He'll look to bend it left foot. Cuts to his right. Gets tripped up by Marie. Lost over the end line. And a corner now for the Loons.
Well, good work from Marie. He kept his feet. Manuel Reynoso looked like he was going to bend it far post. Just pulls it back to his right. Marie is not getting fooled there. Stays with it. Shepherds it out almost. Reynoso, it almost looked like he was trying to appeal for a penalty kick, but I don't think anyone, even in Minnesota, was convinced.
So Reynoso again, the Argentinian, with 10 goals and 10 assists on the year. Lifts one towards the 6. Popped up. Marcinkowski grabs. And it's no problem for the Alamo native.
Well, nice header near post, but easy for JT.
Yule out of the circle. Wanted Salinas. Passes a little bit behind Shea, who blamed himself, but I don't know if Shea could have gotten to that ball. I think that was
And
more on
that's
Yule.
Epitome of Shea Salinas there.
The
Bad
man's
ball
fast.
from a teammate, but he'll take the blame.
Another long ball over the top, looking for Fragapane as it's brought down out of the air by Marcinkowski off a bounce.
I'm surprised Minnesota's tried that a few times. I think the grass is too slick, and really that pass has to be absolutely perfect. And they have the quality to play interiorly and in the interior, and really cause some issues for the Earthquakes.
Turnover, and turned right back over from the Loons to San Jose. Marie and Salinas here on the near touchline. Salinas. Rodriguez turns, clears towards the center line. Loose in the middle third. Yule sweeps it away from Fragapane and gets it to the feet of Tommy Thompson, who advances this into the Loons half, where it's controlled by Montero on the right wing, but Montero gives it right back. Now Fragapane in the center circle, leading on Murillo, and then out to Reynoso. Reynoso back into the 18, but the pass too far out in front of Amaria, picked up by Marcinkowski, and San Jose handles the threat. And apparently I tempted the soccer gods by talking about some careless passes from the Loons, because in the last couple of minutes here, Joe, we've seen careless pass after careless pass from San Jose.
Yeah, it's really uncanny from Jamiro Montero. It's a predictable pass, too, because he's looking at his target. Just puts his head down and really, almost like he never saw the Loon defender, but still, Minnesota not having that quality to really capitalize on any of these turnovers.
Yule in the center circle. Marie. And this will be given to Boxall and the Loons. Now Tom Maria in the center circle, but Thompson comes and takes away off a bounce. Gives it to Salinas. Now Montero. The Quakes control in their own end now. 39th minute, no score. Rodriguez. And lost out of play along the near touchline. Last touch, they're going to say, by the Loons, so it's San Jose's throw-in. Quickly into Nico. And then a Jabobasi. Montero, but it's given right back. As Coleman intercepts it. And then Espinosa pokes it away from behind. Schoolyard football right now. Salinas with a nice touch, breaking to the 6, takes a shot. It's off the mark and wide. Goal kick now for the Loons. The world's largest holiday-themed light event will take its first ever trip to PayPal Park from November 25th to January 1, presented by Hallmark Channel. Escape to this illuminated winter wonderland featuring an ice skating trail, a 100-foot-tall holiday tree, Santa visits, live entertainment, and more. Tickets are now on sale at enchantchristmas.com.
I can't wait to take the kids to that.
Yeah, it sounds pretty cool. Here come the Loons once again. And a drive from distance into the Vamos San Jose sign, where the contiguous supporter section will be next year.
And I don't understand, for as big as this game is, it seems like the Loons are just being very wasteful for a lot of these half chances. You know, you don't need to shoot from that far out. You can look to connect. You have numbers. You have a guy like Reynoso in there who's just seemed a bit off tonight, but, you know, he is going to find it sooner or later. For me, I'm Adrian Heath. Have to be seething. Have to be telling the men to keep their poise in those moments, because it's really going to be just one moment that might separate you from being in the Audi playoffs from not.
Marie working up the left wing. Inside to Nico Chakiris. Chakiris. Montero back to Nico. Nico's got space on top of the 18. Plays it wide to Thompson. Thompson into the area. Tries to force it for Montero. Knocked away. Chakiris trying to recover on the outside and does. Back heels this to Espinosa. Into Thompson off the right elbow. Thompson. Dribble drive. Salinas. Thompson. Montero. Lifting it into the air. Boxell's there to head it clear. Ewell fights to bring it down. Nico off of Karam. Gets it to Nathan in the center circle. San Jose maintain the possession. 41st minute. No score here at PayPal Park. And off of Karam, Amaria gets it for Minnesota. Reynoso. Garcia. Into the 18, Amarillo, back heels, Rodriguez, clears, but only as far as Reynoso, left elbow. Cuts to his left, back to his right, slips, stays on the ball. Now on top, Arriaga in traffic, can't stay on the ball, and it's cleared out. Kamar Lawrence comes down with it. Arriaga once again controlling for the Loons here. 42 minutes gone by, no score. Fragapane.
I like Arriaga's energy. I just don't think he has the feet in those tight spaces to really create something. It's got to be this guy.
Reynoso forcing one in. Amarillo, Fragapane, charging towards the side of the 6, falls down, won't get the call that he wanted. And the Earthquakes get it out of the danger zone as Christian Espinosa brings it slowly to the center line. Taps off of Abobasi. And then brought to the near side, Nico Chakiris. Nico bounces off of Reynoso, turns to the inside, finds Montero, now Espinosa. Espinosa looks wide, Tommy Thompson. Thompson back in for Espinosa, cuts it back, Nico's there, ran into another Earthquake, ball is loose, Montero, can he get off a shot? Not yet. He'll face up and then cut to his right, lifting one in towards Salinas. And then we'll get a whistle. Ewell was pushed from behind when trying to field that ball. And I didn't see who Nico collided with, Joe, when that ball was loose towards the top of the 18. Did you?
No, I don't know if it was Jamiro Montero or Shea coming across, but good work from the Earthquakes. I mean, it just seems there's been 3 or 4 moments when Christian Espinosa has just been all alone. And I think they're overthinking it at times. They really just need to get it cross and hard. They just need to get it right in that mixer. And hopefully someone will be crashing in there.
Ewell getting set. 40-plus out, left of center. Left to the 6, Nathan heads it down into traffic. It's popped up into the air. Nico's under it. Heads it towards the top of the arc. Montero finds Espinosa inside the 18. And Espinosa wanted Montero. Pass knocked out of the 18. San Jose's throw it.
And I don't know if they're looking for Shea every time, but really, Christian doesn't need to overthink it. He just needs to put it right across.
Throw in Espinosa. Back to Thompson. Abobasi. Left-footed drive. Gets under it. Into the stands. Goal kick now for Minnesota. 45th minute. We're getting that stoppage. Maybe a minute. Maybe not.
Well, it's interesting. The Earthquakes, they finished this half really on a high. Both teams, I think, can look back and say, what if? But you just get the sense that the scoreline maybe is a little bit more cruel to the Earthquakes at this point. Robbed of an offside, must have been by inches.
1 minute was added on here. Headbangers ball in the middle third. Thompson with a nice juggle over the top. Tommy Thompson, incomparable footwork. Goes wide to Salinas, who comes back inside to Lee Chakiris. Jamiro Montero from distance, and it's going to be wide. Back to the Loons. And we are about 35 seconds into the at least 60 seconds that were added on. And Sinclair comes out ready to get this back in play. Halftime coverage coming up next. We'll play a little bit of my interview with ESPN's Kyle Bonagura to talk men's national team. Sagaffi blows the whistle on the first half after 46 minutes. No score between the Earthquakes and the Loons. Halftime coverage coming up next.